Hello and welcome to week 11 of MCC Strategies for Academic Success. So I feel like the time is really flying, and through our time we've spent together, you've done a couple different assignments that will actually help you prepare for your life after high school. So I wanted to talk about what your final is going to look like. I've not published it yet, but I'm hoping to by the end of the week, just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. If not this week, then I'm going to have it published for next week. Okay? So your final is going to be a presentation to the class. Those of you that are fully online students, you're just going to present to me through Zoom, and it is a presentation about your life after high school. So let me show you an example. So here is what's going to be on your final if you plan to attend college. So this will be your scoring guide. As you go through each one, I'm going to check them off. So I'm going to let you read that for just a second. Where it says the best alumni advice, I'm hoping, usually in years past, I've had the former graduates of your school from the class previous or 2 classes previous come in and talk to you about what college life is really like. This year with COVID, we might have to do it through Zoom, and I'm additionally hoping to get some students who are working full-time in apprenticeships or in the military to be able to Zoom with us to tell us how life is like in the real world. Okay, so you would have to do this much criteria for a B minus and add a few more things to get 100%. My intention with this is that this is actually working towards you completing your plan for post-secondary education or training, and it's really what you're going to do. So the whole purpose of this class is to demystify anything about college, help you make plans that are actually attainable, and to put that all into place. If you do your whole presentation and decide to do something else, that is completely fine. Absolutely not a big deal. I just need to know that you're changing your plan, and then I help you make your new plan. That's all that happens. Okay. So this would be your rubric. You're going to share your presentations with me next week, even just to get started, because again, I'm going to look through it as many times as possible, tell you what you're missing, make comments on your presentation so that you can get 100%. If you're going into a work or apprenticeship, I'm working on changing it a little bit because it is different than going to a college. So here's an example of what it could be. Like I said, I'm still working on it, so there's a couple comments over here for me. And then same thing for if you choose to go into the military, I'm working on your criteria as far as what other things we would need to consider. Okay, so we're going to start working on that next week and just kind of break down what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and help you build your confidence on the plan and give you the knowledge that you may need if you need to change it. Okay. All right, so let's talk about today. So this week, here's your overview. For students in class, please bring some headphones. I'm going to have you work through some modules again this week. Online students, you don't need to have headphones. You're going to do it at home. So we just talked about the final. I'm going to walk through the Iowa College Aid Survey in just a second. And then for Monday's submission, I just want you to tell me your current plan as of November 2nd. So you're just going to hit the Submit Assignment button up here and then answer this question. So if you're going to a college or trade school, tell me the college or trade school and the major you're considering. If you're going full-time military, tell me what branch. And if you're going full job or internship, tell me the job you're wanting, the company you're wanting, and what city you're planning to be in. What I don't want to see is a job. Unacceptable. You need to be looking now. If that is your plan to work after high school, I need to know where you're considering. Okay? So that needs to be submitted. There will be orientation modules that go live tomorrow. They can be a little bit difficult, so this week in general is going to be a little bit difficult. As you can see, Friday we have a guest speaker for Zoom. This week we're talking about healthy and unhealthy relationships, as well as some other difficult topics like consent, alcohol, and suicide. So When you go to a college, they're going to walk you through an orientation about some of these things, so we need to talk about them now. There's also, I know that sometimes people have different social habits, so we just need to discuss safety, and I want to make sure that everybody is being safe and being taken care of, because it's real life is happening right now. Bad things happen to good people, so it's just something that we need to cover, okay? So like I said, it might be a little bit difficult this week. Those of you that are going to be at home for Friday, I'm going to skip ahead and show you that. So our speaker is Katie from Family Resources, and she's going to talk about healthy and unhealthy relationships. You'll be able to click on this and to be able to zoom in, so you don't have to have your video on. I just need to see that you're there. And then she's going to come do different presentations, so along with our class times at both schools. So if you don't want to join at 8:15 and that's your normal class, then you can come back at any of these times. Like I said, I just need to see that you're on the Zoom. She will have her face on the Zoom the entire time. She's going to be sharing her screen, so no one will actually see you on the Zoom. And then if you are home for Friday, then you're going to hit submit assignment in the text box, answer this question. So I'll do another video to show you what Tuesday looks like as far as those modules. Wednesday, of course, is going to be updating GPA and goals. Thursday, there's time to finish modules. I'm going to do a mini lecture, like less than 7 minutes, about healthy relationships, why we're talking about them, to get you prepped for Friday. And then there'll be a relationship quiz that you take. Those of you at home, I just need to see that you took it, so you don't have to actually send me your conclusion on your relationship being healthy or unhealthy. I just need to see that you've done it, okay? So let's go ahead and go to Monday. Remember, if you have not completed your FAFSA yet and you are planning to go to college or trade school next year, we need to have a conversation ASAP. Columbus, I'm hoping to have another day after school this coming Thursday to get some of them done. So when I know that for sure, I will send that out. But let's go ahead and talk about your Iowa College Aid Survey. So it looks like this. Of course, the college are the people that provided your financial aid folders. If you have pictures up, so those of you at home, they're still in the office if you have not come to get them yet. Please do. There's lots of good information in there. They actually ask, have pamphlets from Iowa College Aid that will help you with your finances in the future, and it gives you your FSA ID keeper to make sure you have it every year that you need to fill out the FAFSA. So here's the beginning of the year survey. You only can do it once, so I just want you to be accurate. I am real quick going to answer some questions that I had during first period. So your survey looks like this. I'm going to show you some of the questions and give you a little quick explanation. So on here, it is going to ask you some questions, and I just wanted to clarify. So let me get down to this point. Question 97, it will ask about your post-high school plan, which is an ICAP plan. Columbus, this means the Cooter Navigator that Miss Wolf does with you every single year. If she has not come to find you yet, she will have you complete it during your senior year. L&M, the ICAP plan is what Miss Myrodi does with you each year. It's the planyouradventure.net, where you did a couple different assessments and then put your classes in. And again, if she has not come to find you yet, she will be finding you this year. So if you have done this already with Miss Wolf or Miss Myrodi, you put yes. All of you need to put yes, you will complete, because they will find you and they will make you do it. Requirements: you need to graduate from high school. We went through your transcripts week 1. If you have questions about that, I can also help you. We're going to skip down to this question about post-secondary entrance requirements. So in week 3, we talked about the RAI. We talked about different qualifications for apprenticeship, community college, and trade school. So this has been covered with you. Same thing here. You're going to get beat over the head with financial aid in week 15 and 16, but we've already touched on FAFSA. We've touched on Last Dollar Scholar and other scholarships. So just remember that. It's kind of funny looking at these questions now because these right here, if you did your assignment in week 3, these are all things that we had talked about in week 3 as you were researching your colleges. Skip ahead. This question, did your high school host an application event? So if you are physically here in class, these are the 2 days in class, one in September and one just last week or the last couple weeks, the week around conferences, when you had time in class in order to be to have time to have me or Miss Wolf help you with your college apps. L&M, that's the day that Miss Myrodi came in September, and then we just did it again last Friday, where you completed your applications. Additionally, there is one more question I wanted to cover. So these FAFSA questions. So if you have not done your FAFSA, again, we need to have a chat because they are due at Thanksgiving as part of this class for everybody. You should know what you need to complete your FAFSA because we covered that in the end of September in this class. Everybody should have yes, they're going to complete their FAFSA no matter what your plan is because things change. Nobody expected a pandemic to happen, and it did. It affected a lot of people. Some decided to choose work instead of college. Some decided to go to college instead of work. The biggest hurdle that our students encounter is the FAFSA, so if we can have that done, that's what we need to do. And the FAFSA completion events, those are the nights that we had during parent-teacher conferences where you had the ability to come in and do your FAFSA with a professional. So all of you should be able to hit yes, we did a FAFSA event. If you did not attend, that's totally fine. Some families are doing it at home. Some of you are going to do individually with me, but just that's what it means by FAFSA completion event. And then this Last Dollar Scholar, that's the one that we talked about when we talked about FAFSA at the same time. The Last Dollar Scholar covers your tuition at a community college if you're going into a high need area and you complete the degree at a community college. So that was part of week 3 or 4, I believe. That was an assignment to look at your Last Dollar Scholar. And that should be it as far as specific questions. These images here that will pop in, those of you that have picked up your financial aid folders, the images that are here will actually be the pamphlets that I put in your financial aid folders. Those of you that are online, if you have not picked up that folder, please come get it as soon as you can because there's so much good information in there about this. Okay. These are going to be some additional questions about COVID, which is fine. Like I said, it did affect a lot of my students from the class of 2020. So it's okay if it is impacting you. We just need to know how it's impacting you and be able to help you with whatever changes you have. So the survey, it looks long when I do it this way, but it's not terrible. So make sure that gets done and answer this current plan, and that is your Monday situation. I will be back with a shorter video Tuesday. I will turn all these links on for you. So each of these will be a video, and then any links I use during the presentation will appear down here. And again, we're talking about some tough stuff this week, so please reach out if you're feeling like not okay about the topic. Miss Wolf and Miss Myrodi and I are here to help you through anything you need, and we can also connect you to community resources. So keep in touch. It's going to be a great week, and we'll get a lot done. Thanks, guys.